Hey, I want to play this first voicemail from Amanda in North Carolina.
Hey, I saw an ad, and I think it's a scam, and I want to know. Luke Combs weight loss gummies. Check it out. There was a pretty legit-looking commercial with his voice. It sounded just like him. Started kind of going down the rabbit hole to see if it was legit, and I kept coming upon these scams. Let's expose this. If Luke Combs is not taking gummies and he's not lost 48 pounds from eating these gummies that are a miracle, thank you.
It's true. No, I'm just kidding. It's not. No, I saw the video too. And I don't know. I think they used some audio because he's like, I told Joe Rogan, there's a clip of him on the Joe Rogan podcast where he's like, I just want to lose weight. I don't know if they've AI'd some of his voice or if they've just taken it from different places. But no, it's not true. Lainey Wilson also not selling miracle gummies, at least not for this.
Trisha Yearwood has had to make a statement too for similar things.
So that being said, yeah. Sam Hunt selling miracle gummies though. His are real.
That one's legit.
Give him muscles. Yeah. No, nobody's selling miracle gummies. Thank you. Scam alert. Don't buy the miracle gummies. Thank you. All right, news time. Let's go.
Bobby's Big
Stories.
What do you think, Amy, is the favorite food of Americans?
Hamburgers?
Right, it was forever until just now.
Oh, okay.
For the first time ever, America's favorite food is no longer the hamburger.
Pizza.
Great answer. That's at number 3.
Hot dogs.
3.
Oh, hot dogs can't be number one.
Fell down hard.
No.
Hot dog doesn't make top 5.
Sorry, I guess I'm just in
Like you're thinking like
July
America's
mode. Okay.
summer, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Is it a genre or like tacos?
Yeah, come on, Mexican food.
Okay, number 4 is French fries. Number 3 is pizza. Number 2 is the hamburger cheeseburger. And the burrito bowl is at number 1.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I get that a
So
lot.
does that count though as like a
No.
taco or a burrito or a burrito bowl?
No.
No, it's
I mean,
very American.
Nobody in their right mind. What's your favorite food? A burrito bowl. Like, I think we might actually like the burrito bowl more than most things, but I don't think anybody's going to say that.
Yeah.
Like, what comes to your mind? Well, the sensible burrito bowl is what. But that's America's number 1 food, according to the Grubhub survey. So here's a trick you can do in the morning that will make you smarter. When you get into the shower and after you turn the water on, keep your eyes closed as you take a shower. Well, you may also be injured because of this when you
Right.
slip and fall, but using your sense of touch to find the soap and the shampoo, because you're having to play, well, blind basically, reawakens nerve cells in the brain's cortex, which controls memory. You'll start the day using your senses refreshed and feeling mentally sharper. That is from Duke University.
Wow.
Oh, that makes sense.
That's why I don't root for the Blue Devils, because I don't, that's a crock.
But you can apply that to anything, not just a shower. Like you can make your bed with your eyes closed or
Drive your car to work. That's like I'm saying, this is not good. Nah, everybody listening over there at Duke, you're still cool to me. Let's see. Do you want to know the secrets of happy couples?
Yes.
Well, it is to stay away from each other.
Huh?
For how long?
That doesn't make
All right.
sense.
Well, years even. No. Even in the closest marriage, everybody needs a certain amount of time during the day and the week alone. Don't take it personally. Don't make your partner feel guilty. Just be sure to tell each other when you're checking out and for how long. Experts recommend taking like 2 breaks a week, meaning 2 mall trips, 2 golf. It even says play golf twice a week.
That's good.
I swear to you, it says that, Amy. I'm not making it up.
No, I know. You're going to take that article home.
I'm framing it and giving it to her for our next. That's from Psychology Today.
Okay.
He won a trip to Hawaii, and that's pretty cool. And then he got a trip to the ER. So the Price is Right guy. You guys see him? He's so excited.
Yes.
Like tore his shoulder. So contestant Henry won a vacation to Hawaii on the show. But now, if he goes to Hawaii, he's going to be all up in a sling because he hurt himself. After rushing to solve the show's final puzzle and hitting the red button, the board lit up. Then ding, 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 which he won, because that's when it dings like that. And he thrust his arms in the air. He jumped up and down. And then he jumped so hard that he later couldn't spin the wheel because he tore his shoulder.
He
Oh,
dislocated his shoulder.
That's crazy.
It reminds me on my first dance of Dancing with the Stars when I finished the dance. And I was so excited. I jumped up in the air, wiped out on stage, on camera. That's why I keep saying tore my shoulder. I tore my shoulder in the very first dance. I was so excited. I had never finished a single dance in practice. And it was the first one. Bright lights. And I finished. And those shoes are slick. I'd never danced before. I was like, oh my God. I jumped. Wipeout City, man.
It's like you flailed about.
Yeah. Couldn't hold the excitement in.
Yeah.
And then I worked with a sports team doctor, to which the doctor told me, you're not going to injure this anymore, but it is going to hurt you all year. And this is what you can do. Because an athletic team, if you're not going to injure it more, they'll find a way to get you back in the game.
Oh, yeah, you got to play.
Right. And that's what I said. I've got to keep going. So I don't care if I'm going to injure it more as long as I'm not going to die. But it's like, you're not going to injure it more. As a doctor, if you're going to continue to injure it, I couldn't let you do this.
Was he right? Did it hurt for the rest of the year?
It hurt forever, but I kept doing stuff to it to make sure that it wouldn't hurt as bad. But if I'm being full of honesty, I was doing more than I should have to it.
I mean, that's why you want your.
I mean, yeah,
that's
but
why you won.
dude, you had to play the game.
That's a winner's
come on.
attitude.
I was injecting stuff in it, not
Yeah.
from him, because I wasn't with him anymore.
Oh.
I was injecting stuff in it way more than I should have been.
Like stuff from Mexico and stuff?
The internet?
I don't know where it came from, but
Dark web?
I'm telling you, it was shady.
Street corner?
What?
I'm telling you.
Have
Not
you
that-
ever said this?
No, the stuff wasn't shady, but how I got.
How did you get it?
Skid Row.
Use your imagination,
I've
Amy.
bought things illegally before.
Well, let's go there.
Yeah, come on,
I
come
like,
on,
I like
come
what I'm
on.
hearing.
It's a
you
good
know
segment.
this.
Let's open up.
It was
Oh, heroin.
2014. Definitely wasn't legal in Austin.
Oh, well, your
I don't even
mom
know.
was battling cancer.
I know, but I mean, I was in Austin calling, texting high school friends, hey,
got
you know
any
where I
weed?
can get some? My mom needs some. And we bought some Lance Armstrong. That was the name of the blend because it was good for cancer patients.
But I would say that's very Robin Hood.
Because he has one pelote.
Right, like you had a reason to do it. You were helping your mom, even though you were doing something illegal. Robin Hood, steal from the rich, give to the poor. Not the best dude, but still, I understood why he would do it. And I always liked Robin Hood as a kid because I was very poor, and I was like, Robin Hood rocks.
Not the best dude, not a real guy.
Yeah, but I'm saying even fictionally, I don't go like, you shouldn't steal.
I love it.
But that you're Robin Hooding it, basically.
Right, but a fear did run through my mind. If I got busted, it would be like, Amy,
But
Bobby
that's
Bone
okay.
Show, buying drugs.
Oh, that'd be cool. That's
That would be
awesome
pretty cool.
headline.
Amy, Bobby Bones Show, running drugs, helping Mexican cartel.
Oh, we were muling stuff from Colorado as well.
In your
What,
butt.
Keister?
No.
We
Muling
both
just
go to
means
keistering into prison.
carrying.
Yeah.
I mean, in
Wait,
a
listen,
po-
your mom was battling cancer, and I think, permission to speak freely?
Sure.
Until then, much like your divorce, until then, I think that was eye-opening for you because you were very like, you're anti, weed shouldn't be legal. It's a drug. However, when your mom got cancer and you saw the medical benefits and actually gave her a quality of life as she was struggling before she died, I think that changed your perspective on a lot of things, including that. Just like when you got divorced and you came on here and said, hey, I'm getting divorced, and I probably judged it more than I should have before I thought it was a possibility.
Yes, it definitely opened my eyes to it. And my mom's too. And she did not want to break the law. She didn't like that at all. But the great thing is she needed to eat. She ate so much that night. It was amazing. And she was a little more pain-free. So it's just something that made me want
that alcohol's
to
legal
be
and drug-
legal
It's crazy.
medically.
The fact that alcohol's legal and weed isn't, and I haven't done both either. Never drank. So I'm not the guy that's fighting for it because I want to do it. It's just because at one time some people just declared legal, not legal for a reason probably that was financially motivated.
And the crazy part is, like a month before, legally in the hospital, she was prescribed medicinal, like a synthetic marijuana, which is in a pill. It's not, but that's legal. They
any
could
of
give
those?
that to her,
Got any
and
of those
it's
saved up?
no, but it's from pharmaceuticals. Like it was just
I wouldn't even have it. I'm just like hey, playing cool. But yeah, I know. And it is legal in some states.
now. Back
And it's
then,
medically even legal in more states. But the story of why alcohol, and alcohol was illegal too for a while during Prohibition. No alcohol.
Yeah, I was,
People felt the same way about it. You only feel the way about it because your culture has told you that, and you haven't like second guessed or said, "Hey, culture, I think I don't want to believe you." That's the only reason.
right.
Take it for somebody who doesn't do it. If I were like Mr. 420, now we're like fighting for weed,
Hey,
then
man.
there would be some sort of bias, honestly. But there's not. I've never smoked anything. I haven't even smoked a chicken or whatever Eddie's doing for his business.
Oh, I'm going to get you one.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, maybe.
Do I get high if I eat it?
No.
Yeah, what's it
It's not that
injected
kind of
with?
smoke.
yeah.
My shoulder thing, I injected stuff in it that made me not feel it for a while. And you're only supposed to do it like once or twice a year, and I had to do it every week.
But where did you find?
Amy, he's
There are
not going to
shady
say.
there are shady doctors all over California.
Oh, wow.
Amy, you know how you got your stuff? He got his stuff. You text
I muled it
people.
in my butt.
Yeah, he
I
texts
went
high school
places,
people.
and I just bent over and I put some money behind me. I said, just stick whatever you can in there, no questions asked. And then I walked to my bathroom.
All right.
Yeah, there are just shady doctors there, and everybody had a shady doctor. Not on that show, but people that I knew in California.
that tracks. You still have their number? Mm-mm. Just in
I don't
case.
keep anybody shady in my phone.
I can just imagine Amy sitting there texting, going, "Hey, can I get some wheat? No,
Well, no, you can get it legal now.
Oh yeah, I know. I don't need that. I don't do that.
Hey, high school kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, all you gotta do is ask a waiter or waitress.
Yeah. Okay. What?
What? What does that even mean?
Well, I was
Yeah,
about to move
where?
on, and he was like, just ask a waiter or waitress, and go ahead.
Yeah, like we were in
Any waiter or waitress?
pretty much. And then if they don't have it, someone in that restaurant has it, and they know. Like when we were in Florida a few years ago, my buddy was like, "Man, I didn't bring any," so he just asked the waitress, and he was like, "Hey, you got any bud?" And she went back. to
Bud.
She bought him a beer?
No. She went back.
You got any bud?
And she went back to the kitchen, and with our bill, she had it inside the.
What?
Yeah,
Did he pay for it?
yeah.
Cash it on the way out in the bill or pre?
No, he just said, "I want this much," and they put it in there, and then you just put the cash in the.
Okay. But based on that one experience, that was quite the stereotype.
Also, bud. Just
Bud. What kind of restaurant? Like, what type?
Like
Let's
a
just say
sit-down restaurant,
Greens.
like where you have a waiter.
like a chain or like a...
I had never heard of it.
yeah, but that
White
doesn't tell us
Castle.
much, buddy.
Yeah, no, it wasn't like a White Castle. Like it was like a legit like sit down with a hostess and
Okay.
nice restaurant.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay,
and
well-
my buddy Nick, shout out.
Well, why would you talk? Why would you throw Nick under?
Hey,
any
you know
bus
who's
at
with
all?
me then?
Who's that?
Oscar. We were all there.
Phone guy Oscar. You're on his plan.
We were all there.
That's funny. Eva Longoria defends the movie Flamin' Hot. We mentioned we were talking about this earlier, but this is the movie where the guy who was a janitor at Frito-Lay came up with the idea for Flamin' Hot Cheetos. Eddie's watched this movie.
It's phenomenal. It's so good. I mean, it's so inspiring. It's like that inspiring story of, like you said, the janitor who came up with the idea of the Flamin' Hot Cheeto, and just to see it develop into what it is today and where he is today, it's amazing. It's such a cool story, but I know what you're talking about. They're trying to debunk the whole theory.
Well, first of all, what service is it on if we want to watch it?
Hulu.
Okay. You say that weird.
Yeah, you did.
Hulu. It's Hulu.
And it's called Flamin' Hot.
The
Flamin' Hot.
Hulu film Flamin' Hot, directed by Eva Longoria, is a story about Richard Montanez, the janitor who came up with the idea. But according to Decider, his role in the development of the snack has been disputed by many. There was also an investigation by the LA Times about the food. Decider states the paper concluded in 2021 that it was a team of product developers and not Montanez who came up with the flavor. Now Eva is defending the project. She said that article had zero effect on the movie and the story that we're telling. We've always been telling his story, and we're telling his truth. We weren't making a movie about the history of the Flamin' Hot Cheeto. Oh, that means she probably knows it.
Wait.
Yeah.
Well,
We're telling the story of Richard Montanez. She added, I knew immediately I wanted to put the movie out in his point of view and his perspective. And the minute we did that, we had the creative liberty to do what he wanted. We're in his mind, we're in his heart. E.T. Online.
We're
Now,
in his mind.
I don't think that just because this Los Angeles Times article says that it was a group, if this thing is worth a lot of money, you're going to have people come forward and go, no, it was to protect the money.
sure.
Wherever there's money, there's truth up to the point where the truth is bad, then there's corruption to make sure that they want to get their truth out.
Oh, I've seen it with you, quite honestly.
We're doing what?
What?
Not,
Whoa.
no,
What
do you
no,
mean,
no,
Amy?
no,
The
no.
doctor stuff when I was getting the free drugs?
No,
Oh.
no, people claiming like that they found the Bobby Bone show, that sort of thing. It's multiple people. Like it's like I hear
Oh, you
they're
mean
doing it.
they were the one who were like,
Yeah, like
gave
I
us our
made
big
Bobby.
chance. I'm the one who
like
did it for
there's,
them.
it's I've heard
Yeah, they
multiple.
can kick rocks. That doesn't even bother me so much anymore unless you bring it up. But then it starts to
Oh,
bother
I'm not.
me.
I didn't. Sorry.
No,
I
now
didn't,
I'm ticked.
I didn't mean to bother you,
Yeah,
but
do you
it
know
was
how-
mad.
You know
interesting.
how many people, because when this show came to town, it was miserable for a couple years. Everybody hated us. Everybody hated me. Everybody was writing articles about how I was a disgrace, how it just on and on. Every day was like that. The whomever, because I've heard it from 2 or 3 people. They were, oh yeah, we're the ones that brought him to town. That's why the show's successful. They were the 2 or 3 people that wanted me out of here. It's so funny how history changes that. And listen, the show ain't perfect. We do not sound like a good radio show. We're people. I'm the only one that's ever even been in the broadcasting world, and even before that I was told I wasn't good enough to be a broadcaster. Everybody else is just friends. But there are many people that take credit for this show. Do you know who should take credit?
that was my example. Sorry.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, yeah, let's do Flamin' Hot Bobby.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
movie.
come on. The real story.
And you'll do the real story and all these jabronis who claim.
Yeah.
So are you telling me that Flamin' Hot is not accurate and that
I'm saying there's his story, there's that story, and there's probably the story. It's any situation where people are arguing about who did what, there's that story, but there's the real story that's somewhere in the middle. I'm sure he had part of it. I'm sure they had to agree on some stuff. The end. I don't know what the movie is.
Well, even in the movie, he doesn't really he doesn't get paid for the flavor. So even if he came up with a flavor, he didn't get paid for that. He's an executive, but
And they
that's
would want
it.
to protect themselves, too, for having to owe money to him forever. So,
Totally.
man, where there's money, there's corruption. I'm just generally speaking. Okay, I think we're going to end with the news there. Oh, Amy, you're going to be fired up now.
You mad?
Hey, none of those people work here anymore, though.
Sorry.
No, I'm not. Sorry.
Wait, what?
Executive gone.
Sorry.
How do you do it, Lunchbox? Sorry.
Money gone.
Sorry, money
Sorry.
gone. Yeah, sorry. Executive gone.
Oh, okay.
All right. Thank you. That's it. That's the news.
Those were Bobby's Big
Stories.
This segment's all about tattletales. It's called Spill the Tea.
Let's spill the tea.
One of the biggest tea spillers is Lunchbox, and he's spilling the tea again today. Lunchbox, who would you like to tattle on?
I'd like to tattle on Morgan, and it's because she's going to kill someone on the road.
You already did this one. Remember, she almost
No,
drove
this is a
it-
different one.
Oh,
This is a different
Another
one.
one?
Because she drove to get the lottery tickets last week, and I get in her car, and I mean, she can't see out her windshield. She has a Jeep.
because
and
she's
she-
short.
Oh, yes, she's short, but that's not the reason. She is taking this ducking thing way too seriously. She has a life-size duck on her dashboard, and it is so big it has a crown on.
Yeah.
The crown pretty much touches the bottom of her rearview mirror. Amy, Eddie, check your text. I just sent you a picture
Okay.
of this duck.
You got it.
It is so
Oh,
big.
wow, yeah.
And I'm like, Morgan, you can't even see out the right side of your windshield
Oh,
because
my.
that duck
Big.
is so huge. And she goes, well, I got ducked. I got to put it up.
Well, that's not true. That's not the rule, Morgan.
That's
Yeah,
not
that's
the
not-
rule. Just because someone mailed that to you doesn't mean you have to
I
put it on
didn't
your
get
windshield.
mailed that. That got left on my car, and I am leaving it up for a little bit. I
It's
plan to take it
unsafe,
down.
but it's
And I can
unsafe.
see.
That's an obstruction, Morgan.
It's not. Lunchbox was complaining because he was in the passenger and he couldn't see. It's on the passenger
Yeah,
side.
but if you're looking at if you
I
are sitting in the
think-
driver's seat
okay.
and you look right, you
Let-
can't see out that side of the windshield.
I'd like to jump in here as the judge, and I would say that why don't we, Amy, can you drive a Jeep?
Yes.
Why don't you take Morgan's keys
Okay.
in the next segment and just go drive her Jeep around the block, and you tell us
I'll see what I can see.
if,
Yeah.
well, not
Just
just,
if you look-
if you think there's a chance that this duck could in any way, if there's
Okay.
like a stroller rolling through the road,
Baby.
I mean, look
Yeah.
at how big it is. It almost
don't,
Big.
let's not move it. Morgan, let's not move it. Do you care if Amy drives your Jeep?
No, that's fine. But we're like, we good if something happens? Like, we got insurance. And
Yes,
stuff
I have
happening?
insurance.
Why would something
No,
happen?
not you.
Also,
I mean the
nothing-
show.
Oh, that's true.
Like the show.
It's
if
like
anybody,
I went from one bad driver to the other.
No,
It's just
I,
saying.
I am
Don't worry.
not.
I did the same thing with Lunchbox when
Okay.
he tried to drive my car.
Also-
I just want to make sure.
No, I
You
want
have
to show
ducks
these
all
guys.
over your dash, though.
Yeah,
It's
the
like if
little-
you
Yeah,
turned
ducks a
hard,
lot.
it's going to be raining. It's raining ducks. Hallelujah.
Do you see how big it is though? Like, tell me
Yeah.
that. Do you not look at that
Okay.
and see that's an obstruction?
Amy, during the break, and maybe you'll go before this break's over, will you go drive just around the block and see if that could cause you to maybe, I don't know, ducking miss a stroller rolling through?
Yeah. No
Okay.
problem.
Now, I do want to be fair with that spill the tea. Morgan has a couple things she wants to say about and to Lunchbox.
Oh.
And it's not tea spilling, but it's two different things that she didn't bring it because of you were going to do this.
Oh.
But the first one is an event. Morgan, what would you like to tell him about this event you've been invited to?
Well, I invited him to go do it, and this is Lunchbox. Like, I don't understand his side. He likes to act like he's all cool and he wants to go see all the girls and check them all out. I gave him the perfect opportunity to do this. It was Twin Peaks Miss Pageant Festival.
So you got invited, not him.
Yeah.
And then you said, hey, Lunchbox, you can go?
Yeah, I was
Wait.
like, "Hey, you want to go see a whole bunch of girls in bikinis? I don't want to go, but you can go." And he's like, "No, my wife will probably get mad."
Oh, no.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
I walked in
He's
on
never
this.
said this.
Oh,
Yes.
let's
Yeah,
go.
yes.
Wrong.
This is the kind of content I am here for.
Wrong.
She gonna get
I
mad,
never
Lunchbox?
said.
Wow.
I never said my wife would get mad.
Wow.
I said I wasn't invited. You told me 4 hours before. It's last minute. Not going to be able to make it. That's
So,
all I said.
I would
Wait.
say if your wife did get upset, that's okay.
No,
If
but
she's
she
like,
didn't.
well, hold on. Don't yell at me. Don't put your finger in my face. You see him point at me?
I saw that.
No finger in the face because I'm here just right down the middle. I'm being
That's
the judge.
it.
If
He's
Wait, no,
I'll,
no,
call,
no, no.
I'll call my wife
don't
right
do
now.
anything, I don't want, let me finish because I don't
said
want you to
that's
text.
it.
I don't want you to do anything. If that's the case, it's only hilarious because you act like such a stud. I don't think it's bad if someone's wife is like, I don't want you to go look at a bunch
Correct.
of girls with knockers and judge them.
right.
Sure, I get that.
Got me?
Yes.
So, but he does act Mr. Tough. Now, I don't think Morgan has a reason to lie about this. So, Morgan, tell me your version of this.
Yeah, so I told him about it, and he was like, "Well, I don't think I can go last minute. I think my wife would be upset. I don't know that she'd be upset about the bikinis."
Oh,
he just
see,
was
now her
saying,
story changed.
No, he
No,
just
you
said,
started yelling in the middle of her story. Go ahead.
He just said that like she would be upset, whether that's about the bikinis or him going or the last minute. I don't know. He just said my wife would be upset, and I was like, "Well, if you're such a tough guy and you love seeing girls in bikinis, I feel like you'd do anything to make it work." He didn't want to do anything to make it work.
Your response.
Yeah, my kids had swim lessons. It's hard for my wife to take all 3 kids to swim lessons and control
Take
them
'em.
around the pool. And so
Take one of them to Twin
Yeah,
Peaks.
they
Yeah.
love it.
Problem
No, no,
solved.
they
That's what
had,
I said.
No, they had swim
Take the
lessons.
youngest. It just looks like a big buffet.
No, they had swim lessons, and so I did think about taking the oldest one with me, but
Yeah, he'd love
yes,
that.
and so taking 3 kids to the swim lessons is a little stressful, and If I would have been invited, all I'm going to do is show up. They didn't invite me.
Were you irritated that you weren't invited?
Now, I was annoyed, and I'm like, I don't want the secondary invite. Like, if they wanted me, why would they invite Morgan over me?
Because
like,
you
I'm
are
a
the
dude.
expert in
Women. Like, I am the
You?
expert. Yes. I am the expert in what looks good and what people want to see when they go to Twin Peaks. Like, I know the best one to
They
serve me.
messed up by not
They
inviting you
messed
to begin
up.
with. Got it.
And so, like, I'm not going to email them and be like, hey, guys, I actually invited Morgan. Can
Well,
you
he
invite
grabbed
me?
his phone
Yeah, I was
so
like,
quickly.
I was like, I'll call my wife right now, and I guarantee you she wouldn't be mad if I went to Twin Peaks looking at chicks.
He said, "Quote, that's it," and
But
grabbed his phone.
if you call your wife, is it going to be like Ron Livingston, your agent? Hello? It's him doing that voice.
Who?
I don't know. What's your agent's name?
Jackson Hughes.
Jackson Hughes, my bad.
That's my
Wait,
agent.
your agent's Jackson Hughes and your other fake voice is Nico Jackson. It's like he has. You
loves
guys
the
noticed
Jacksons.
this?
Limited names.
It's all
Yeah.
Jackson's got to be included in everything.
I can't help it.
Don't
Is
complicate
your wife Miss
anything.
Jackson going to answer the phone?
No, my wife is my wife.
Okay.
I mean, if he's sitting right here and he calls her, it's going to be hard for him to
Yeah,
do
it's gonna-
his fake voice.
Exactly.
He goes under the table for her part.
Right.
Okay. Thank you. We see that one. Okay.
Right.
Good? We all settled there.
Yeah.
Yep.
We don't quite know what happened, but Lunchbox, your story is a good defense.
Swim lessons.
I understand that.
Hey, but if he really loves women in bikinis, he would have
But
done
she said he
anything
would
to make
drop
it work.
anything. Yeah.
Yeah,
Fair
like
enough.
I said, but they
The
didn't
other one,
invite
though.
me.
We have another one.
I'd love to hear it.
This one's mostly not something you can do, but it's something that's probably going to irritate you, and she wanted to bring to the table here. Morgan.
So I made the news
You
again.
made the news the second time. National news.
I was on MSN's front page for a TikTok that I posted about tipping, and I was in multiple news articles for it.
Wow.
Front page.
About-
Listeners were tagging
about
me too.
what?
About tipping. She did a TikTok about tipping, and she's on the front of MSN's page.
What did she? What?
I made a TikTok
But it
video.
doesn't matter what the content was. Her point is she made the news.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, I
Why
guess-
does it make the news? That's
right.
what I'm saying. What
Yeah.
was so good about this stupid
now,
TikTok?
that's a great second question. Go ahead.
It was about tipping, and I got asked to tip 3 different times on a takeout order. And so I was talking about how tipping has gotten a little out of hand that we're asking for 3 different tips on the same order.
Your response.
I don't understand what that means, but I've been screaming
been
from the
saying.
rooftops that tipping's out of control, and no one listens to me. I tell you that you go to everywhere and they want to tip me for this, tip me for that.
I don't think that's a really original.
No, I was
idea.
on because
You
you,
weren't
guys
the
get
first.
No, I was, and
You were the first to ever
I
complain
was,
about this?
and you were the one that told me you should just help out where you can. Like if at Subway they want
You're
to
doing
tip,
a voice that's like supposed to insult me, but I do believe you should help out where you can. I
That's
never
what I'm
say
saying.
you
Like,
should be
they want
forced
you to
do
tip
it.
everywhere. It's ridiculous. Like I pulled up in the drive-thru the other day, and I pulled up to the window, and the lady was like, "Would you like to leave a tip?" What? No, I don't want to leave a tip.
And you have that right to say no. My
But you
only,
don't have
my
to- you-
only point is if you can and you feel, then you probably should. If you can. Because you probably at some point really depended on or would have loved to have had people help you out. Mine goes back to my service days, waiting tables. I want to be able to pay my rent without people. So because of that, I go, man, if I can. And I'm lucky now.
I get it, but
But you don't have to. No one said you
The
had to.
nerve of a drive-through worker.
I agree.
who's
Some of the
just
nerve is tough.
Handing me the food out the window, asking if I want to leave a tip for them reaching their arm out and handing me the
But you
food.
ask for free stuff all the time, too. It's just a weird.
But where do we get to in society where we are asking for tips for everything?
I agree. And if it is anybody but you saying it who asked for free stuff for every reason whatsoever and looked at
'Cause
and
I'm
you
a
cheat
celebrity.
and you steal from charities.
I never steal.
Yeah, you stole back.
Your whole bit this Friday is you stole from a charity.
Oh, I do want to. I was pick a bit. Yeah,
Yeah.
but you guys didn't pick it, so you don't know
Well, it
how.
could come up on Friday. The listeners are doing it.
Oh, it's this Friday.
So save it.
Ah,
Is it a good one?
it's a good
yeah,
one.
just
It's
do.
how I scammed a celebrity, and you can too.
A charity.
A charity.
Oh, a charity.
Yeah.
What did I say?
Celebrity.
Whatever.
Yeah.
You guys get me all flustered.
Yeah, but you said, I don't want to tip and give back, but I'll skim a charity.
But this is going to help. This also, I have a lesson for the charity to be able to make more money. They're doing something wrong and allowing people to scam them like me.
You're like
And
Okay.
you're like the
just
guy in Catch Me If You
exposing.
Can.
Yeah, yeah,
You're like
yeah.
DiCaprio.
Like
You go and you
hackers.
steal.
you know how you have hackers check your website?
Right.
Do you know what I did all night last night on TikTok? I watched.
You hacked?
No, I watched Hacker Payback. Do you ever watch that?
No.
I probably watched 11 hacker payback videos in a row where the scammers will call and they'll be like, "Hey, the Geek Squad was one of them. They did those fake emails." So they click into it and they call them up. But they're hackers and they get access to their crap and they break into their crap while the scammers are trying to get them.
Yes.
Dude, I watch it's called Hacker Payback. It's awesome.
I like
It's like
that.
the same dudes and they're like, "All right," and then they put up their coordinates exactly where the place is. It's amazing.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's good. I don't know how I ended up on that part of TikTok.
That is pretty cool.
It's a good
I
one.
wish I could hack.
Yeah.
That'd be
Yeah.
pretty neat.
Yeah. You should work on like learning how to download an app on your iPhone first, because you do need help with that sometimes.
I do, man.
I
Let
know.
me tell you, it's stressful.
It's just one step at a time, one foot in front of the other.
yeah, I'm learning.
Okay, look.
But you know what we did there? We
What?
buried the whole lead. I mean, Morgan thought she was going to come on here and brag about being on this. We changed
No,
the whole subject.
it drove you crazy,
No,
but
well, you
I
just
like to
brought it
follow
back up.
what's the funniest.
Thanks.
He feels like he won.
I
here.
won that one.
Great.
You did it,
Everybody
though.
won because it's funny. But she made the news again. Exactly, and that's how we end it. Making sure he's
He's mad
frustrated.
again.
Yes. Amy's gonna go drive the Jeep.
Yes.
It'll take 30 seconds.
Well,
As long as you don't hit something.
I'm
Good
going
luck, Amy.
around the block.
We will come right back. We will do that. We have to talk about the Titanic boat story.
There's an update.
Yeah, there's
The
an update.
submarine.
There's an update. There's an update. We'll come back with that too next. Let's go over and check in with the Jeep. They're in Morgan's Jeep. It's Amy and Morgan. And Lunchbox came on and said that Morgan's got one of these ducks. And if you see a Jeep, you give him a duck. It's called ducking. I don't even know why, but you do it. It's a thing. Why the duck on the Jeep?
I have no idea.
Doesn't make any
I'm a
sense.
Jeep owner. I have no idea.
Morgan, why the duck specifically?
I don't know. Maybe just because it's a cool rhyme, like duck on a Jeep kind of thing. I don't know.
Rhyme? Duck and Jeep?
Well, we need to go back and have like first grade with Morgan and teach her exactly what a rhyme is. But more people duck Morgan's Jeep. And Lunchbox's theory is that people want to make out with Morgan, so they see her and put ducks on her Jeep.
Yeah, they get along. She gets a lot of ducks because they want to duck her.
And so there's
No, maybe it means good luck.
so
No.
okay. So there's this massive duck on Morgan's Jeep that Lunchbox says is going to cause her to have a wreck because it goes all the way almost to the rearview mirror.
Yeah, even has a crown on top of the duck.
Sorry.
Okay. Oh my God.
See?
Do you guys almost have a wreck?
Oh my God.
No, there was a pedestrian crossing.
This is the problem.
Okay, Amy, you're driving the Jeep. There's this massive duck. How long have you been driving the Jeep?
I mean, a while. We're on Music Row, and there's a lot of people out and about in the morning, and a lot of construction workers. And I do feel like you have to watch out for people, especially if you're turning right.
Generally.
Where I'm sitting, I can't see.
Now, is it because of the duck or just because you also sometimes struggle at driving?
No, it's the duck. The duck is an obstruction.
Okay.
you go.
We have our answer.
Yeah, easy.
Morgan, how do you feel about that? Any sort of counterpoint you'd like to make to an obstructed duck?
Well, I would like to say I sit very close to the steering wheel, so for me,
Scoot up, Amy. Scoot your seat up.
she's sitting further back.
Hold on, let me.
Amy's riding like a
Lowrider?
yeah, arm fully
Okay,
cocked.
so maybe. Okay, so I just scooted very far forward, and yeah, Morgan's right. She probably is not bothered by the duck.
Okay.
I think if you have to move your seat and your seat moving 3 inches affects how much of the road that you can see, that's
Well,
probably.
I have to sit right up next to the steering wheel, so like it never changes for me.
Morgan, can I have the duck? Can I have that duck?
People
You
are
want
also.
Yeah, can I have it to put it on my desk?
Why is it because you don't want it? But it
Morgan, can I have the duck?
drive
I'd
by
like to
it.
have the duck for just me. I mean, it's very selfish here. Can I have the duck, please?
Are you trying to make me be a safer driver?
No, I just want it for me. I love ducks.
Okay, she has 9 ducks on her
A
dashboard.
lot of ducks.
Yeah, I wonder why she has so many ducks.
Yeah,
I will allow you to have it.
thank you. I just can't wait. Thank you. All right, you guys come on back in. See, the duck is obstructing nothing. The duck wins. All right, let's bring him back in.
Are you going to be able to see anything with the duck in
No,
front
get
of
the
you?
duck off her thing.
Well,
It's
that's so
huge.
smart. That's so smart.
It's huge. I hate the stupid duck. But I'll
I mean-
put it on my desk so she didn't kill anybody.
How long were they out there? 15 seconds before she was
Yeah.
going to kill someone?
If moving your seat up 6 inches is all the difference in the world of not being able to see that duck is blocked, that's not enough. If I were a cop and pulled her over, I'd be like, "What's up with the duck?"
Oh, for sure.
100%.
But when she comes in, I'm just gonna be a big duck
Yeah,
fan.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, like, oh, yeah.
Hey, I
just-
remember Ducks Unlimited. You know?
Oh, you remember that brand?
Oh,
What do you
yeah.
mean? Member.
You still wear it?
I was a member for a lot of my life.
Member.
Anyway, you could have been a member of Ducks Unlimited.
What? You're talking about just the T-shirt with a duck on it.
You should look some stuff up.
Stop it. It's a real
There-
club?
I didn't know there was a club. I thought it was just a T-shirt brand.
You should look some stuff up.
Okay. Along with wide
A
ducks.
Ducks Unlimited
Did you-
membership was like $40 or so.
What do you get?
We pay it. What are you talking about? It's a subscription to the magazine. I was in Ducks Unlimited for a long time. I thought you were kidding when you didn't know that.
That is crazy.
I had no idea.
Will you look it up and make sure that I'm not insane? Because me and Arkansas Keith, I mean, I was a duck hunter forever.
So they would tell you like little hunting secrets and stuff?
Sure, but you would get a magazine. You would get access to certain things. I don't remember. We get stuff sent to our house.
That's crazy.
Special offers for like if you go to different Bass Pro. I don't know. They said, I'm not crazy. I don't think.
Talk about knowing someone for so long and not knowing something about them.
I don't hunt anymore.
Yeah.
I hunted my entire life. 3 or 4 days a week. And
I hunted too, but we didn't do Ducks
yeah,
Unlimited.
But I did Ducks Unlimited. we were in everything.
Wow.
So anyway,
Okay. All right.
that's it.
Did you find out what the ducks in the Jeep thing was?
I don't care.
Okay.
I just want to get the duck off her Jeep. Okay, thank you. Mike just put up, after an ugly spat at a gas station parking lot, a Jeep owner named Allison needed to rely on a friend for a much-needed pit stop to calm down before continuing on the road, and so they bought a plastic duck and put it on there to make her feel better.
Oh.
And that's where it came from, to make people feel better.
That's really cool.
I do want to talk about the Titanic story here.
Yeah.
So the submarine goes down, tiny submarine goes down, $250,000 a pop for each person who's in it to go look at the wreckage of the Titanic. And it's this little, it's not really a submarine, but for sake of the story, it's a submarine. There's Morgan with the duck. I'll take it. Talking about the Titanic real quick. I love this duck. I was in Ducks Unlimited. Did you know that as a kid? I've been duck. Thank you. This is my new duck.
She's not going to know what you're talking about.
That's okay. You didn't either, Eddie. Don't act like you know everything.
No, I knew what it was. I didn't know it was a club.
So this, you probably know this, the background of the story. So it's down there. They can't find it. They have confirmed that they were hearing underwater noises. Every 30 minutes, they were hearing boom, 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 hoping the sonar would catch those noises. So they didn't keep beating on it constantly, but it was happening in such intervals that it was purposeful. Now, they still have hope that the people in the what they're calling a submersible could still be alive. Now, the story came out. The main pilot, I believe they call the person a pilot who drives this boat, he's also the CEO of the company, from what I heard. And according to reports that I read last night, he fired a whistleblower for saying, hey, this window glass on this submersible, this is called a boat, is not meant for any deeper than X amount. And according to the story that I read, he was fired by the CEO, who's also the main pilot in it.
Yikes.
So now that story is coming out. There is another story. David Pogue tells an OceanGate executive that the sub seems to be jerry-rigged. Now, here he is with OceanGate CEO Stockton Rush talking about it being, quote, jerry-rigged.
I got these from Camper World. We run the whole thing with this game controller. Come on! It seems like this submersible has some elements of MacGyver-y jerry-riggedness. The pressure vessel is not MacGyver at all, because that's where we work with Boeing and NASA and the University of Washington. Everything else can fail. Your thrusters can go, your lights can go, you're still going to be safe.
David Pogue, who does technology reports for CBS, got to go undersurface, noted a bunch of red flags. That's where he said that. Rush, who is the CEO, right, is one of the 5 people missing. It's run by a Logitech battery-powered video game remote, which I thought was like a Xbox.
Yeah, PlayStation.
So that's what's up. Now all these stories are coming out, though, that like, hey, we said this wasn't good.
Gosh, it's like, though, if
They didn't tell the people buying those $250,000 tickets that
A
this
lot of
stuff
money.
wasn't right.
Right, but if the main guy that's down there fired the guy, he wouldn't want to put his life at risk. He goes on every I call it a mission. He goes on every
The CEO?
yeah,
Voyage.
the pilot. He goes on every single one, and you would think if the window wasn't good, he would want to fix it because his life is at risk.
Unless he just is like, no,
You're wrong. Yeah.
yeah, like we need to do this. We can't.
Okay.
I'm not going to insert what I think he thinks.
Right.
I'm
would
just going to say what that story said.
Yeah.
And who knows how accurate it is, but apparently the whistleblower was fired for going, hey, this is not right. And the person who fired him was the CEO. But also the CEO is the person who drives the boat.
Right.
We're rooting for him. They only have oxygen until tomorrow.
Wow.
Crazy. And there's someone, they're looking.
I mean, how do you
They were
start
banging
looking?
every 30 minutes. They're trying to sonar that thing.
That's crazy.
They should get flipper. I think
Yeah,
find
the
anything
dolphin?
with sonar.
Yeah, yeah.
Heck yeah, man. Those dolphins down there, rock that stuff.
Gosh, that's crazy.
Because you can't even get they can't even get boats in some of those places. And that might be where they're trapped, somewhere they shouldn't have gone.
Wow.
All right. Thank you. Back. 9. Will you look at published? Oh, will you look at rolling? Or building, I should say. Let me know when you guys are ready over there. Hey, that's pretty good. Probably like 2 weeks away from making the countdown. What's the growth? Plus 102? All right. Pretty good. And that Brothers Osborne song is falling out. So we should make that jump over Brantley. Oh, you scroll up, see who else is falling out? Dustin Lynch may survive because it's such a little number. Who knows about Morgan? All right. We good, guys?
No, just go without it, I guess.
All right. On again.
Priscilla Block never reached back out to me, but it's okay.
It's all good, buddy. Yeah.
I was wondering, can we get an update on Lunchbox and stock? When you gave him money, when you sent him money for a stock?
Mm-hmm. So we have gone in, what, $60 each now?
Yeah.
Yes.
60 me, 60 you, 60 Lunchbox.
Yeah.
Total of 180. Lunchbox, what is our highest performing stock? Now remember, Lunchbox claims that using his strategies, he can make us some money on the stock market. And something you know all about.
The company was founded by David Velez Osmo, Christina Helena Zigaretti,
Okay.
and Adam Edward Wilby in
So,
2016.
Tell me in your own words what they do.
I don't know, some in the Cayman Islands.
Sounds.
And that sounds like a good place to be.
Sounds.
Yeah, legit.
And I don't know what they do.
Is it spelled N-E-W?
No, in you.
Okay.
New.
What's a holding company?
New.
I don't
Oh,
know.
is it the tabs, like the hydration tabs?
I
New?
just read it.
No, it sounds like a money.
It's a
banking thing.
bank engages in the provision of digital banking services. So take it for what you will. But
What does that mean?
I don't know.
but we're down 2 cents on new.
Take it for what you will. Okay, just tell us.
WWE over.
Hold on. Let's take a breath.
Man.
I just want to know, first of all,
I'm going to tell you.
if we put in $180, where's our total right now?
$195.47.
That's awesome.
You're
We're
up.
up $15. So all those downs that you're seeing are actually only down temporarily. But
Yeah.
that's almost a 10% increase.
Can I just tell you our total return on WWE? Negative 209. Oh, man, that's sad. But the good news is in the last month, we've lost $1.66
On WWE or general?
on all of our investing. But
Why
the
is that good news?
The good news is.
Stop saying the good news when it's not good news.
No, it is. I got
okay,
one.
go ahead. Give me.
Because on a couple days ago, we owned Apple stock. We received a dividend payment.
Okay. You know what that means?
Nope.
It's like they're paying out their stockholders if they make a certain amount of money.
Boom.
They pay basically a profit share.
So where does that money go? Into my spending account?
Yeah. How much was the dividend?
2 cents.
It's better than poking the eye, if you ask me.
I mean, how awesome is
Money's
that?
money.
I have never heard of getting paid a dividend.
How'd the stock do though over the past month? If we got paid 2 cents for a dividend, how'd the stock do?
Let me check. Hold on.
I've heard dividend in Monopoly.
Yeah, I always used to say it pays immediate dividends, but I didn't know what that meant.
Take it for what you will.
Oh, our Apple stock, we have made 20%.
No, don't give me percent. I need to know money.
$2.04.
Great. Love it.
Boom!
Now we're talking.
What up, guys?
And
you guys
so-
got any tips?
How much free spending money do we have? Money power, spending power.
Spending power. Let me see. We have, how do I do this? Hold on. Oh, we have $2.02.
Okay, well, we should put that 2 back in, or we can sell something if you feel it's weak.
Oh, yeah, man. I don't know.